Okay.
For chaos!
Jesus, that's loud. Yeah, that was quite loud. Walking corpse. Nice. Alright. Hi, Justin. Yeah. This, the one thing is just, yeah. So this is Hellbricht. All ready to go. Everyone hear me okay? Jareth? Nice. Cool. Yeah, just checking. Alright, I think I'm gonna start painting on his armor. I'm gonna go with this one. The regular Hellbricht. That's hard to see with this setup, but that color scheme. The bronzy kind of copper style with the black cloak and stuff like that. My army has enough black in it. There's gonna be a lot of weird paint shaking sounds, I think, on this. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to take quite a while on this. That Redemptor Dread I did, that one took a couple days total to do, so I guess Hellbricht will probably take at least 2 or 3 streams to finish. Probably at least 2. Alright, let's start on his armor, I suppose. Jareth, don't make me make Nick ban you already. I'm gonna ban my first person in my first stream ever. That would be pretty funny. How much sisters do you have left to paint, Justin? Must be getting through them pretty fast. I'll move this up so you can see a little bit better. I have seen someone do Hellbricht in the Iron Warriors model, like change it or kit bash it into an Iron Warrior. It's pretty cool, to be honest. Except it's an Iron Warrior, and they fucking suck. I'll try my best to show you this while it's being painted.
For chaos!
10 Sacri's Hands, 5 Seraphim, a few characters. That's not too bad. That won't take that long to do.
For chaos!
Jesus Christ, that is loud. Here, you're gonna have to tell me who each person is, because I don't know the screen names and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I have headphones in, so it's literally someone standing beside me shouting in my ear is all I can hear. It's not like that bad, but it's pretty fucking loud. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do with this one is I'm gonna do basically. I'll get that back into the screen. So I'm gonna do all of his armor first in the copper. Mainly because everything is on top of that. So if I do something else first, it's just I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes while doing this probably. Yeah, so I'll do all the copper first. Oh yeah, you wouldn't have met me or talked to me at all yet. I'm the one that lives down in Jinju. That's also why I decided to try and stream and stuff. It's very lonely. Yeah, so for anyone that isn't super good at painting, I used to do everything at once, like put a layer on everything, but this is actually way easier. It also makes you a better painter because you have to try harder to not fuck up, which is it's quite good for the old learning. I'll try and keep this on screen as much as I can. Yeah, Nick is going to be streaming probably, what, Mondays and Thursdays, he said? I'm probably Tuesday, Wednesday at the moment. I mean, yeah, if you make a mistake, like, it's a pain in the ass, but it's easy enough to fix most of the time. But that's why you try not to make as many as you can. Demons? Yeah, I mean, then don't watch Monday and Wednesday, or Monday and Thursday, I guess. Because I do not have demons, and well, at some point, I'll have corn demons, probably. But I have a corn army sitting under my desk that I have to paint at some point as well. I'll also say as well, the reason why I don't paint in pieces like some people do is because I like the way to see what the model looks like together. It's just a little bit better for mine. A lot of people paint them in pieces, which just depends on. If you make a lot of mistakes, pieces is probably better. A lot less mistakes to make on singular pieces. Who is Deep Armor? Ah, okay. Fair enough. Nice to see everybody here. Well, I mean, Hellbreak does have a big old copper colored suit on. I looked at a few of the other ones, a couple of the other styles, and I was thinking about a black style, but I think I have too much black in my like black armor in my army. And something to set him apart is probably a little bit better. Try and keep him on screen as much as I can. You're still in work, Nick, right? I don't think anyone here is gonna tell on you. Making presentations the best ice cream. That's a good way to do it. What age group are you teaching?
For chaos!
Jesus Christ. Welcome, welcome. Who is that? Luke? Yeah. When you said Death Guard is obviously probably Luke. Yeah, for pretty much everyone here, this except for Nick, because I spoke to him yesterday, this is the first time you're all actually hearing me. You're all just so far away. 3rd to 7th? In... so like elementary, middle? Or... yeah. Fair enough. Let's see. I love artists that post 17 pictures of their models. instead of just one. Means I can copy their paint schemes easier. Pulls 4 but I have 37. Yeah, I mean, more the merrier, to be honest. You need at least 4 to 6 pictures on Instagram so other people can copy your shit from every angle. I hate when people post up something and it's a really good paint job but they only show one angle and I'm like, what the fuck does the back look like? I'm just guessing then. Are you painting at the moment, Luke, or doing nothing? Oh, yeah. Of course. The only ones I have unhelmeted are the fucking initiates, or whatever the other one is, the shit one. Because they don't come with helmets, and the helmets are too big. I hate unhelmeted models. It's silly. Cultist and Chaos Varangard or Vanguard? Oh, what's Varangard? It's like Nurgle cultists, I assume. Ah, Sigmar, okay. Ah, okay, I know those ones. Chaos Vanguard. Are those the ones on the really cool horses? I really like the Blackstone Fortress models, but they're so fucking hard to get now. What else is... Oh yeah. Resin kit, they're cheap. Nice. I really want to make a like a rogue trader, small like little army. With what was that box set? The one that came with the really weird Nurgle troops, the 3 big dudes and then the smaller ones. The rogue traders from that are really cool. And I'm a glutton for punishment, so my projects keep piling up. Yeah, the other ones, the human ones, like the rogue trader ones that come with that. Yeah, those are really cool. The Gellerpox ones are pretty cool in that too, actually. But again, super difficult to actually get them. Sorry, one sec. Fuck's sake. Whoopsies. shot of my crotch there. You're all welcome. Yeah, eBay is always 50-50 with that shit, though. They sometimes have everything and then sometimes don't. I really want to start a Custodes army. I fucking love the Forge World Dreads. They're so goddamn cool. They're also just so goddamn expensive. So yeah, with this model, I took away all of the servitors. I also got that melta gun there. So that's a hand cut off of another gun, stuck onto the melta, and then stuck onto his arm, because I thought that was better. So I don't really like the servitors that much. Luckily, the Templar kits and everything come with a shit ton of stuff. Yeah, I mean, less to paint is good, but if they were better looking, like the one rubbing his sword is just fucking weird. If they were better looking, I would like it better. Rachel's there, but Twitch doesn't work. How does Twitch not work for her? Yeah, hi. Alright. Now it's time to go over everything again to make sure it looks good. I'll try and... Just version of nicer. I mean... The tech priests say the same thing, and then they have to kick the machine to make it work. Technical slap. I mean, when it works, it works. When it doesn't, it needs a slap usually. I do enjoy that in the books and stuff, where they sometimes give it a fucking kick. It's like they do all their things to make it work, and then they're just like, slap it. Well, I mean, they're basically run by petulant children, which are the AIs. So just give it a slap to wake them up. Oh yeah, like the idea of praying to the machine so the fucking thing works is not too far off of what basically that is. When you just load something up and it's like, please work, please work, please work. It's the same thing. But if you curse at it in 40k, it's a temperamental AI, so it'll just never work. So you have to be real nice to it. it doesn't like to focus on the side part. This is copper. It is Hashnut copper from. I use mostly Citadel paints, just because I know how to use them. I have a bunch of other shit here though. I have a bunch of Vallejo, some Green Stuff World stuff. I have some Army Painter stuff, but I still prefer the GW stuff. The only thing that they have that's shit is the white, and the golds are not very good. Although Retributor Armor Gold's pretty good, but this is copper. So I'd say probably highlighting. I will use a gold on this. The Auric Armor Gold looks pretty good on darkened copper. Oh no, I like Retributor armor. It's the other one, the fucking Gehenna's Gold. That one sucks. Retributor armor is quite good. Yeah, the scheme I'm following, it's done with copper, which looks a bit better, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, if anyone has questions, you're welcome to ask. There's several people here that can help, I'm sure. Georn. Who is Georn? I mean, proceed with the deed. I have literally never seen that posted in chat once. So I haven't a fucking clue who that is. Ah, it's Remy. Yeah, that makes more sense. Proceed with the deed. Jesus. Yeah, I didn't put the 2 and 2 together there at all. Tell her to figure out her fucking shit. The Hashnut copper is really nice. I literally just ordered more of it. It is quite nice. Yeah, I mean, pretty much the only metals from GW that are bad are the Gehenna's Gold and the Auric Armor Gold. They're just so watery. usually takes several layers of shit to go on most of the time. Are you painting today, Remy, or just hanging out? Building models? Ah, building for... Ah, fair enough. Well, Rachel's obviously a robot then. I mean, she's literally failing the test for robots. Final prep for your son's surprise adventure game? Ooh, that sounds fun. So, like, the school is doing an adventure game and you have to do stuff for it?
For chaos!
Oh, Rachel finally made it. Ah, you're making it. Now that's cool. Welcome, Rachel. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure figuring out an incredibly basic CAPTCHA code is qualifies as a hacker. Pretty sure children are able to do it. My only current issue is, I'm wondering, do I have enough Agra Earthshade for this? I'm not sure if I do. I would show you the cat if it didn't immediately fuck up. Ah, probably could actually. There is cat. Yeah. Remy. Remy likes to shout. Adventurous children. Teacher was captured by evil dragon, escaped in Armiga's house. So basically, you made D&D for the kids. It's just D&D with the kids. His name is Remy, actually. Surprisingly. Yeah, no, the cat's name is Remy. I didn't give that name to him. It was a previous owner. Well, I mean, if you think about it, the cat screams at me constantly, so I'm assuming he's probably just saying "burn heretic." Just did, you know, cat noises. Yeah, when I got him, the person that owned him before me, she gave him the name Remy. And I don't believe in changing animals' names. Also, I'm going to let everyone in on a secret. I'm being incredibly pedantic with this model because people are watching me. There's definitely parts that I would be skipping. I mean, two thin coats is all well and good when the paint actually fucking covers one coat in the first place. But, yeah. I mean, like, pieces like in under here, in here, in here, I would just skip all of those usually. But you're all watching me and I feel judged. It is also Helbrecht and I want to make him look really cool. Yes. I mean, probably. Yeah, I mean... if Remy stopped...
For chaos!
Jesus. If Remy stopped judging, I'd be worried. Okay, I think that is probably fine. Let's... Yeah, he did tell me it was going to shout at me, but I didn't think it would be that loud. Actually, I can turn down the desktop audio instead. That should be a little bit better. Hendo the God. Who's Hendo the God? I turned down the desktop audio, so that might help. I don't think it's I don't think it'll fix it completely, but it'll help a little bit, I'd say. Is that Eric then? Don't make me try and remember everybody, please. Okay, I'm calling that copper done. Nice. Let's see, now this requires a large amount of Agrax Earthshade to make it look nice and dirty. Wonderful. There's not a lot of Agrax in this. As you can see, my Agrax is almost empty. Yeah, it's pretty easy to just call everyone a heretic and not remember anyone's name. Alright, let's put that over here. And let's switch to a shittier brush. That won't work. Alright, let's dirty this bitch up. Let's get this so you can actually see what's going on. So yeah, if I shout "Shut up, Remy," it's you can decide which one I'm talking to, the cat or the person. Yeah. The cat likes to shout a lot. He lives up to the namesake quite well. This is going on very nicely. I probably will have enough for the whole thing. That's nice. That's probably what he is saying. It probably more so means to give him attention or food rather than something else, though. Proceed with the deed. Yeah, it is fun when when I was teaching from home as well. He used to just sit there and shout at me, and the students would not go on unless they saw the cat. No, that's Hellbreak's Melta. It's the one that the servitor is usually standing back here holding, but I just cut it up a little bit to put it on him. Because I think he should be probably holding his own fucking weapon. Like every good man should. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's pretty much the Black Templar's model, in fairness. I still have to print off Grimaldus's head. I really dislike his head that he comes with. So technically it's actually going to be the second, because I actually have a Krieg model that's standing on top of a half orc body because I had a piece left over. So it's actually going to be technically the second. But yeah, both of them have been dead. Yeah, Karn in the series is pretty fucking cool. Because everyone just sees him as the crazy fucking killer dude, but he is that plus more.
Chaos!
That is absolutely not less. Yeah, that is absolutely going to have to be fixed for next time. That is very loud. It's doing a nice job. Good. I mean, once I finish my Templar, I'm probably gonna start working on my Khorne army. So that's gonna be interesting. Painting a lot of blood. Yeah, the old Agrax darkens that so much. Very nice. Now let's fill in a little bit more. Oh, painting is bad for your back. Jesus. Yeah, the second I go to stretch or something, he's just shouting at me. Very nicely dirtied. A little bit more on this. Alright, I'm gonna let that dry for a couple of minutes. And then go on to highlighting it. Alright. Does anyone ever use one of the paint shakers? As in the ones that vibrate and shake your paint? So I'd like to know if they're any good or not, because shaking these fucking things is annoying. Yeah, but like one that I just put the paint on it and it shakes the thing for me, so I don't have to do it. And like you guys, I don't have children to stand there and do it for me. Yeah, I mean, those would be pretty heavy duty, wouldn't they? The ones from your lab. But yeah, I'm sure children work fairly well as well. Let's see, does this work well? Yeah, children would be a lot more expensive than just a shaker. Here, what you do right as you say. It's fairly big. I think if it's your kids, it's fine. It's only child labor when it's someone else's children. We've all seen Demetrius make his kids give him foot massages. I do enjoy Sue's thing of getting his kids to actively paint stuff for him under the guise of helping or getting them into something new. That's brilliant. Yeah, from my experience, children are not the best laborers. Trying to teach in fucking classes of kids, trying to get them to do anything is impossible. Purple Marines, they build and paint them nice. Army tanks, North Tank Army, weekend activity, A-class. Yeah. Cleaning paintbrushes for you. Have you ever have to give your kids the speech of "No matter the army you play, I'll still love you, even if you're a heretic," Remy? That's a good way to word it. Also saves you having to disown your children. In case anyone's wondering, I'm highlighting this with a little bit of a mix of the auric gold and the Hashnut copper together to make it pop a little bit. I don't know if that's coming up on camera very well, but definitely makes a difference. Let's see if you can see that, or might not with the yeah, so like some parts here are highlighted with a little bit of the gold copper mix, and then the dark areas it's gonna be pretty hard to see on camera with the shininess. And then Let's see what this looks like with more gold in it. Yeah, the helmet looks so much better on this model. The unhelmeted one, I like the unhelmeted one, but on this model the helmeted is so much better. So yeah, gradually I'm adding a little bit more gold every time, and then just really getting those light spots to pop quite a lot. Yeah, that's currently what he's looking like. A little bit hard to see that. You can kind of see a little bit of it here and there. Some of the highlighting bits. They shines a lot off of with the lights. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but what are you gonna do? See, I'm actually gonna use a little bit of just pure gold. And only use it on the really, really, really light spots. Kellermorph would look good with a helmet on. I think he looks really cool with the cowboy hat. Let's see, we might be able to see a little bit of that now. It's still quite hard. Yeah, that's how he's looking so far. So that armor is pretty much done for now anyway. Yeah, at any time, if anyone else wants to ask me what the hell I'm doing, you can fire ahead. Because I'm just gonna do stuff. So, let's see. Let's look at this model. Yeah. Alright. I think I'm gonna do all of the red now then. Oh, there's a thing in there. Didn't even see that. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna do some of this red. So yeah, I like to use the corn red for the base bread. Makes a nice dark red color on them. What has happened here? What the hell? What is... yeah, it's for some reason is not picking up my camera anymore. it is. I do not know what the hell happened there. Yeah, I don't know. It just completely froze and stopped working, so I had to do the IT thing of plug it out and plug it in again. So yeah, that's currently where Hellbrecht is sitting. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna do the red. There's a lot of red. Okay. So here is where I probably should try not to fuck up. Yeah, I don't like the servitors, so I'm just keeping it the way it is. Simple. I do like that idea, but I liked. I wanted to have the Meltagun on the model. So I kind of preferred it this way. They do look cool. I kind of like them. I still have them. I might do something with them later, as I did with Grimaldus's ones. I mean, if we could still use servitors properly, it would be nice. Try to keep this in focus as much as I can. Are you painting? You said you're painting something at the moment, Eric, right? Yeah, they're just not very good. Ah, yeah, sorry, that's Remy. I don't like regular servitors. I was only ever putting the other ones in because they were pretty useful. Nice. Check the folder, Action Monkey. Yeah, true. They just, if anyone even like thinks about shooting them, they'll die though. And you don't really have to put too much into them to get rid of them. Hold Aether Grasp, but not sure what color I want to use. What kind of army are you making? With 80s era grots. here's where I start skipping places because I'm not trying to get my brush in there. My green still have some prayer of. Yeah, that's cool. That will look pretty cool.
For chaos!
Holy fuck. Yeah, Nick, you're definitely going to have to turn that down. Whatever I do doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, these purity seals are going to be fun to try and do later. I don't like painting sub-assembly, to be honest. I like getting it all together and seeing how it all works together. Because then there's also a lot of shit that you just don't need to paint, to be honest. I never liked doing the sub-assembly painting. This kind of allows me to see how the shadows and stuff work a lot better too, like what's in the open, what's not. But yeah, no, I definitely understand the sub-assembly stuff though. It's just not the way I like to do it. It depends. So like models that are pretty complicated, I sometimes do it. Like if with Jean's Eldar, I had to do it with a couple things because the weapons and stuff were just too complicated to do on the model, so they had to be done off it. Like his links, that big cannon pretty much took forever to do. That was on the model, but something like that you'd do separated. It's just much easier then. But this is easier to do just as one big piece. For me anyway. Yeah, I mean, like, I understand what you mean because, like, being able to do the backpack, like especially these parts here, these smaller, really small pieces, a little bit easier to do sub-assembly. But to be honest, like the helmet and the backpack are far enough like off the models. So like the Space Marine stuff, it's all pretty bulky. Don't really need to do it sub-assembly. I definitely like could have done it for these inner parts, like just in here. It might have been a little bit better, but yeah, I just like doing it because I can, when I'm painting it, I can see the whole thing better. So if it's sub-assembly, it's like piece by piece. So at least this way, if I'm painting this lantern, I can see exactly where everything is to it. So it kind of brings it all together in one. It's like seeing the whole canvas at once, rather than sections of it. Just a little bit easier for myself. That is pretty much the only reason I do it that way. But yeah, I mean, whatever's easier for you is the way you should do it. Especially with the sub-assembly stuff. If you find it easier to do it the other way, do it the other way. Yeah, like there's a lot of parts of this that I really don't have to paint. Like right in there, there's black space, but like it looks like part of the model, to be honest, because it's in darkness. It's not really much of a point in doing it. For me anyway. If you want to do it that way, do it that way. Yeah, also time is a big thing too. The more sub-assembly you have to do, the more time it takes. rather not add extra time as well. Does also depend on like how tight of a painter you are too. So like if you are a little bit messy, subassembly works better because you'll make less mistakes. So that's always a big plus of that. Yeah, that makes sense. Like if you want to put the time into just a very specific piece, then yeah, that works. I think like so yeah, if you're really trying to do something like the helmet, I don't think you need to. But if you had the bare head, then yeah, I think the sub assembly might be a bit better because you can really get at it then. Like the helmet doesn't really need that much time on it, to be honest. The bare head definitely does. And that's also why I don't paint bare heads as much as I possibly can, because they fucking suck. And I'm not the best at painting faces, so I try not to do it. That's why I don't like those, was it the Initiates or the Neophytes, whichever one is the bare helmeted ones, as much. Alright. Have you started your Helbrecht, Remy? Built and sprayed? Yeah, I was actually, I have a shit ton of models sitting like right over there that still have to be done. I'm trying to finish at least one list at the moment. But basically the only real difference between two of my lists is one has Sword Brethren in it and one has Vanguard Veterans in it, and that's pretty much it. The Sword Brethren are really cool. They're gonna fucking take forever. The Sword Brethren have so much detail on them. In November? Are you just busy these days, Remy? It's quite a gap. Well, if you're committing heresy and there's no one there to shout at you, are you really committing heresy? Biz trip for okay, fair enough. Shit happens. I also am going to put a decal here as well. The white Templar seal decal. It's pretty cool. Any heresy when it comes from Warhammer 40k, otherwise it's just sparkling war crime. I like that. That's good. Who is the Cheeky bugger? Cheeky is another E. Who's Cheeky bugger? Ah, you're the one that he got into painting recently. Ah, other one. Okay. I am abso-fucking-lutely not freehanding a Templar seal on the back of this. Fuck no. In white too? No chance. Why do that when I have a perfectly good decal sitting right there? Ah. I am probably not going to do that. I will be weathering the shit out of it and making it look cool though. But I am absolutely not freehanding a white Templar cross. That would just be a huge pain in the ass. Yeah, the other Remy agrees. Show me up. I honestly don't care if you do it better. It's still just a pain in the ass to do it. Yeah, see, that's the one fun thing. I'll put in work, but Jesus Christ, that's a lot of freehanding is fucking hard, especially in white. Banners and capes for past year and really the result. I mean, if you can get it and like get used to it, it looks fucking amazing. It's just a lot of work and time. Like freehand stuff is awesome, even if it's not like terribly good. The fact that you even did it is still great. It's pretty much anyone that paints knows how hard it is. I mean, you're not wrong. If I was going to do it on any model, this would be the one to do it on. Worst model you have had to paint when it comes to the detail? Ooh. Worst model. I mean, like with the most detail, as in like took the longest or just hardest to paint. There's a shitload of detailed models. Tricky detail. Let me think. Probably. What have been the trickiest? The Chaplain Dreadnought I did probably. Less so that the detail is tricky. There was just a lot of stuff on it. The Blade Guard veterans I did for the Templar also, they were really heavily modified, so lots of extra bits. That made it way harder to paint them. Not too much in terms of like tricky detail. More just like a lot of detail would have been the biggest thing. Like I'd say Hellbrecht here isn't going to be too far off of that either. Especially if Remy forces me to do fucking freehand. Definitely make it a lot harder to have a choice. I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to get there tonight anyways, so have to wait and see. That is definitely not going to be done tonight. Well, technically he would be the best Sith. He does his job very well. Yeah, but Anthony, that seems to be a choice that you're making. I can always choose to not do that. Okay, that all looks pretty good. Get everything I wanted to get. I suppose I can do that bit in red as well. Alright, I'll give you this. If you put a poll and everyone agrees, you dickhead. I was going to say, if you could start a poll and see which people want to see me try and do. That's how all this Twitch shit works, isn't it? I might get the red done tonight. Still a good bit to do. Let's see if this is too bright for this or not. Yeah, I'll tell you what I started with, I suppose. Started with corn red base, moving on to Wazdaka red now to make it pop up a little bit. Bit of Waz. So if you've looked at if anyone's seen my other stuff, my painting tends to be relatively rough, but a little bit more realistic. Corn red is quite nice. It just has a really solid dark black or dark red color. Pretty easy to just throw something then on top of it, like a little bit of a lighter red. And it pops quite nicely. What I do is this. I think you might be a little bit biased there, Nick. I have a Vallejo red. I do not. No, I have the metallics from Vallejo that are not too bad. I just like the GW ones. Most of them, not all of them. Some of them are not the best. I forgot to do those purity seals. I'm gonna go back and do that now. These two little purity seals right here. This is actually the Vallejo one. I think it came with the modeled color metallics. Pretty good actually. I tend to use fairly cheap brushes most of the time. I have like a really expensive set of Squidmar brushes that are there, but it scares me to use them because I don't want to fuck them up. Alright, what else needs to be done here at the front? one big issue with cheaper brushes is they do tend to bend at the top quite a lot. It's not too bad once you get used to them, but it is kind of annoying sometimes. You have to be a little bit more careful with it usually. Gonna do the gun. See how you can see that. Yeah, you can start to see a little bit of shade blend between the reds there. Yeah, you can start to see a little bit of shading going on. This is always the part that takes the longest. Working up the shades and stuff. And the edge highlighting, stuff like that. It takes forever. I haven't gone through them too much. I've been hearing both positive and negative stuff about them. Some people like some of the stuff, some people don't. The monofaction things, it makes sense when all that stuff coming out. I know that annoys some people, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal, I suppose. I haven't gone through it. I've only really listened to some reviews of it. Generally positive. Some a little bit more negative than others. I know a few people here have it, so if anyone's there in the chat that has the actual book, 'cause I don't have it. But I do know some people are quite annoyed with it. Yeah, a lot of the reviewers and stuff get it early, so they were all just talking shit about it. Really. Have you read it, Remy? Most. Yeah, no, it's definitely way overcosted for what it is. That's pretty much the consensus for it. It's just far, far, far too expensive. Like even people that are pro like the rules and stuff coming out every so often, every couple whatever 6 months, they all kind of said the same thing. It's quite overcosted for what it is. That is the one super positive thing about our kind of community. Once someone gets it, it's everyone has it. Sort of essential human theory stuff. Yeah, I mean, it depends. The thing about it is, you only need one or two people to actually have stuff, and then pretty much everyone else can have it. So, like building a community like this is why it's important, because then everyone can kind of get access to it at some point. And we also have some of the downloaded versions and stuff. It's like someone will always own the book, but you only ever need one person to do that, as long as they're willing to share. To be honest, I think GW knows that too. I think that's why they do it that way. They know people are just going to share the book, so they're like, well, we'll price it like this, and then people will just share it around. They're not stupid. Well, a little bit stupid. Yeah, the drive is quite good. Yeah, I forgot to do those candles. This person has those candles as red, so I guess I'll do the same thing. That would be pretty interesting to see. All right. But yeah, as Remy said, it is better than having nothing. So, whatever. A lot of people act like you have no choice in the matter. Maybe, yeah. I mean, for how much they need to print, the way they print, and all that stuff, there can't be that many publishing services out there that do what they need to do. I would imagine. And if you're their service, then you can pretty much dictate whatever the fuck you want. Publishing companies are notoriously assholes anyways. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, though. That would be what happens. They have to get out a certain amount of things in a certain amount of time. Yeah, and that is absolutely... Well, that's also like when the CEO changed of GW, that was what was happening. They had no idea what was actually going on in the community, and they were kind of just doing whatever the fuck they wanted and not really thinking about it. The new CEO is better, but again, it's a company with shareholders. They got to make money. But yeah, publishing for that company definitely is several years out at a time, easy. They would have to. There's no way they would be able to do it the way they do it otherwise. It'd be way too difficult to just jump on that every year. The other thing about it is, like, their shareholders also probably don't really know what is going on either. Yeah. The animation stuff is, yeah, definitely it's a different monster. They do technically have the right to do that. It's just annoying when they do it. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like the fan animations are technically, if they earn money off of them, which is how most of the animators get around it, is as long as you're not making money off of it, it's fair use. But the second you start making money off it, like, you're under their IP and their power, so they can do whatever the fuck they want. Shitty, like, the thing with it is, they could have just said, fuck you, you're not doing it ever again, there's your career gone, at least they offered some of them contracts. Might not have been the best contracts or the best situations, but they absolutely could have just said, yeah, you're done. Never do this again. Instead, they at least knew enough to like, well, you're actually quite good at this, so we should probably just hire you. It didn't go that way for all of them, but yeah, I mean, they literally could have just said, you're done. They also could have sued the living shit out of them too. Alright. So yeah, next one would be Evil Sunz Scarlet. Some more highlights. Yeah, I mean, look, if you're gonna refuse it, that's on them. To be honest, that's the whole thing. Is like, it is shitty, but it is completely their choice to do that. So if you refuse the contract, you're choosing to do that, and that, like, I can't feel sorry. I feel sorry that they can't do it anymore, but they made the choice. Like they were stuck between a rock and a hard place, which sucks. It's not good, but that's the way it is. The fact that they offered a contract at all is pretty fucking rare, to be honest. No, this is completely fair use. And like, you see that from like the online reports and stuff. Like, GW still sends them like free codexes and stuff to review. Completely, like, and again, GW absolutely doesn't have to do that. They send all of the bigger review channels free shit constantly. And when all of that when all of the animation stuff was going on, a lot of those channels were like, "Ooh, shit. Like, are we going to get caught up in this?" And then they didn't. GW was like, "No. You're good." But they also did that specifically because they were starting the Warhammer Plus. They weren't doing that, they wouldn't have given a shit. There would have been no real reason for them to care. Most fun? I'm going to be real honest. Between that Chaplain Dreadnought I painted was a lot of fun because he looks fucking awesome. This model is really fun to paint because the details on it, there's a lot of detail, but they're all simple shapes. So like, even here, like this cloak part is like hard, but like it's very kind of, let's see if I can get a good, yeah, it's very like distinct, like shaped. So like, it's easy to see where everything is. Like, a lot of models that I find the hardest are the ones with detail that's like, is this a thing or is that a thing? Like, as long as I don't really have to figure out what I am actually supposed to be painting, that's usually the better model. But yeah, the Chaplain Dreadnought I painted was pretty good. I did enjoy painting this dude, the Emperor's Champion. So he's heavily converted with his chest and stuff like that, but I really did enjoy painting him because he's a really pretty cool dynamic model. Yeah, he's pretty. I like him a lot. I'm waiting to print off bases and stuff. That's why he's not in the base yet. But yeah, the chest is converted. I just changed the sword so he wasn't pointing the flat at someone because that's dumb. A few other bits and pieces. Yeah, he's a cool model. I like that. I like that model a lot. So I want to definitely make a fun list as well, because like, he's not super competitive, but I want to make a fun list with him in it because he is a really fucking good looking model. Yeah, Kill Team is a good choice for that too. Yeah, he'd be really good. He'd be a really cool model for that. Actually, I've never played Kill Team, but I would like to at some point. He's gonna take a little bit of washing to get that to a better look. All right. The other Remy has a lot of opinions. So yeah, that little bit of a blend there is pretty easy to do, to be honest. Video S version 75. I've had my Kill Team of I would like to play because I would just like to play Warhammer, like at all. Don't get a lot of chances to play, which sucks. So I would definitely like to play pretty much fucking anything, to be honest. I'm gonna go with this little bit of a darker red. So, piece of advice for painting: if you're ever having an annoying gradient, just pick the darker color and wash the shit out of it with it. Usually does the job. I suppose you can play a Kill Team with like 3 models each. Yeah, no, like that's quite cool. I like the idea of that. I really want to play Crusade as well, actually. That seems like a lot of fun. It's basically D&D for fucking Warhammer. Kind of. You can play just small, but you can upgrade stuff. Like you can upgrade your units. You can give them special weapon stuff. Like it actually matters, like if they live or die. Certain missions, like you actually have to choose what happens because the next mission you might need them or stuff like that. So like if they die, they're gone, or they suffer like a wound. So like if let's say Helbrecht died, he would in the next campaign game he would have to roll. And if he rolled a certain number, he would get a wound. So like it would hurt him somehow. So like less movement or weapon skill and shit like that. You also sometimes have reloads in some of the Crusade games if you want. So like you have a certain amount of ammo. And if you roll wrong, you could basically just be out of ammo in certain guns. It's quite cool. It's really, really dynamic. But like it takes ages to play it. I've seen a bunch of channels do it and it looks really fun. Yeah, you could do that too and be an asshole. Nick trying to make everyone hate demons. I'm assuming Nick had a hard time with some scarabs. I mean, yeah, Crusade is basically just fucking D&D for Warhammer. So much to keep track of as you play along, which I do like. Like if you're playing a long-term stuff with friends or something, it's pretty cool. I like the idea of that a lot. Ah, the suicide trap for mortals. Blue scarf. Nice. That is the most fun way to kill a big model like that, though. Do something sneaky. I do want to get a Be'lakor and paint it up just because it's such a cool model. Yeah, so just the gun left. And one last highlight. Yeah, I think after I finish the red highlighting, I might call it a night for the stream then. A little bit to go. So I'm painting Tuesday, Wednesdays. Nick will be painting on Monday, Thursdays at the moment. And I think maybe some other stuff might be going on when we get more people. I am absolutely not doing the freehand tonight. That's probably going to be the last thing I do. because I want to make sure that if I'm going to do it, I'm going to take my time to do it. That's one fun thing though, Remy. If you're ever teaching your kids about peer pressure, you can just use yourself as an example. Doing these little purity seals right here. Cool. Doctor an asshole. Yeah, that does not surprise me. Alright, one last step for the red. Using a teeny tiny brush. Which one of these teeny tiny brushes am I using? This one. Yeah, so I like to highlight with the Wild Rider red. Just because it's nice and bright. But not too much because it's quite pink as well. Usually with this I use a little teeny tiny brush for this stuff. Ooh, I missed that bit. Much like human Remy, cat Remy also likes to shout constantly. Night. I'm gonna be finishing up fairly soon once I finish the last bit of highlighting on this stuff. The price of being awesome. Just constant noise. Yeah, I think I'll be finishing up in the next 10 or 15 minutes maybe. I'll continue on doing this tomorrow then. Yeah, almost. That's the one big problem with teeny tiny brush. It dries out so goddamn fast. Okie dokie, almost finished. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll finish there. That is all of the copper and all of the gold all finished. Or not, the copper and the red. That's how he's currently looking. Yeah, there you go. That's how Hellbrick is currently looking. On the back. Yeah, that's currently how he's looking. Obviously, a lot of those highlights are not super visible on camera, but that's not too bad. The bright lights don't help a lot. Yeah, he's again with like anything like this. Obviously, the most important thing is to make them look real pretty. Fuck. Well, I also forgot to paint these red, so I'll have to do that next time. I forgot that there's a purity seal right there. I also need to paint that little red thing right there. Yeah, I think that's going to be tonight's stream. I'll finish off some bits and pieces tomorrow. Probably do all the other metallics. Then maybe the sword. Yeah, the shield or the backpack. Some of the other metallics that are on him. Do up the purity seals and stuff maybe as well. Yeah. Anyone want to ask anything or say anything before I finish up? That's probably if I don't think I'll be able to finish it tomorrow night, so it'll probably be next week. Because there's still a lot to do. Like there's the leather, the metallics, and all that. But I'll do that before I do the base, so it won't be too long. Yeah, I'd say it'll go all the way till the next 3 streams. To be honest, it's quite a lot still to do. Yeah, it was actually good to talk to people while I'm doing this. Otherwise, I have to listen to I have to listen to 2 Remys now. It's not exactly great. Yeah. Thanks, whoever is still here. I'm gonna finish up and talk to whoever wants to come tomorrow. Alright, good luck, everybody. Thank you very much. Good night.